great win for you guys, but obviously the 3 picks are something you'd like to get back. What'd you think of those 3?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like the decisions of going to those spots, I was fine with. It's just the execution of throwing a better ball. I feel like on really all of them, I need to just drive the ball a little bit more, and I kept it up in the air too long on multiple of them. But that's on me, man. I thought our receivers did a great job of getting separation and winning, and so it's just execution-wise, I got to throw the ball more on a line and put it there. So.
How did you feel the ball was coming off your hand? Is the toe inhibiting your ability to drive as you normally would?
No, toe's fine, feels good out there. It's really just seeing the play develop in anticipation and letting it rip at the end of the day. So it had nothing to do with my toe.
On the first drive, you kind of just taken, it was obviously a lot of play drive, whatever. Did you feel like you were trying to force it a little bit, just trying to get the ball down the field a little bit in those instances?
On the first drive, you said?
Yeah, I'm saying after the first drive, they were like 20 plus yards downfield. Like, did you try to loosen it up a little bit in terms of?
Yeah, no, I think my read just took me to where I threw the ball, and at the end of the day, like I said, just from what I saw up on the big screen, I thought the guys were there. I just missed the throws, to be honest, and so got to go back and watch the film and actually see what happened and whatnot, and see why I threw it the way I did. But at the end of the day, I thought our guys were there, and the ball should have gone there, and it's just I got to make the play and throw it better.
Brock, you had similar games at Ravens, for example, so you've been here before, but does that affect your confidence when you have, picks, kind of in rapid succession, and how do you combat that?
Yeah, it's tough. Mentally as a quarterback, you want to play aggressive, you want to take what the defense gives you, but when you turn the ball over really 3 drives in a row, it's like, all right, like you just feel it. You feel a little bit of pressure and stuff, but I mean, this is why we're put in this position. I can handle this. As a quarterback, you can't lose confidence in yourself. You can't, shrivel back and then all of a sudden take a bunch of checkdowns and stuff. Like, you still got to read the play out and stay aggressive and be better. You got to learn from your mistakes too. But, the good thing is I got a great team around me. I got, guys that believe in me, since I've stepped in this building, guys have, had my back. And so our defense played their butts off. They did absolutely amazing, and they got the ball back for us. They made stops, and so that's football, man. It's 4 quarters for a reason. Obviously, I don't want to have that kind of performance, but I'm an NFL quarterback, and you have games like this, and it's all about how you prepare and get better and move on to the next. I feel like the greats and the good quarterbacks, man, they don't dwell on the past. They're able to go through some bumpy trials and stuff, and then learn from it and keep going. So that's the challenge ahead of me, and I'm excited for it.
Did anybody give you a pep talk at all, Brock, after any of those interceptions or at halftime?
No, I mean, just everybody, man. Juice, George, all the guys, man, coming up to me, and they just keep telling me, keep slinging it. Don't lose your confidence, and they all got my back. So it was just everybody. There wasn't like one guy that said something in particular. So the vibe around the locker room is everybody showing love, and they got our backs, and you go through tough things, but like I said, like we're all in this together, man. So love our locker room, love our team, and we're good.
When you're not driving the ball the way you would like, do you know why? Like, is it a footwork issue? Is it mechanics? Do you have to go back and look at the film?
Right now, I got to go back and look at the film. Not really sure. On the top of my head, it's just being aggressive and letting it rip and leading the receiver. So, but I got to watch the film and let you guys know later.
Christian McCaffrey leads the NFL in both rushing attempts and receptions this year. How has he been able to be such a sturdy force every game and just productive all season long like that?
Yeah, man, just the way that he trains and his preparation and understanding what he's about to go through every single game. Like, that dude is on a routine and on a schedule better than anybody that I know, and so he's able to carry that kind of workload and make the plays out of the backfield as a receiver, and then run the ball hard and fight and scratch and claw for every yard, And so we have nothing but the utmost respect for that guy and what he does for our team, and does it over and over and over again. And so, I mean, obviously the numbers are great, but more than anything, man, he's a great example for all of us in the locker room.
Did you get any sense that this game was more important to him?
No. I mean, the way that he prepares every single week, he's always on one. He's always on top of his stuff and the details and stuff, and his mindset. He wants to go out and he's ready to pummel somebody. Like, that's Christian. And so, obviously, if you guys ask him, I'm sure he'd give you an answer. But They did trade him overnight kind of thing, and he wasn't able to say bye to his teammates. So, I mean, I'm sure that's something. You don't forget that as a player. But more than anything, we see this every week from him. So.
Memory serves in 2022 when he got here, it was you that worked with him more to get him up to speed. Do you remember him when he first got traded, if he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder at that point?
Definitely. Right when he got traded and he came here, and Jimmy was going through stuff as a starter and stuff, and so as a backup, like, I was the one sort of just helping Christian as much as I could, walking through plays and stuff after practice and meeting a little extra and going over stuff, and so you could tell, like, he was on top of it, and I was like, man, this is Christian McCaffrey, like, all-pro running back and everything. I wasn't really sure, how he was going to be, but he acted like he was a rookie in terms of wanting to learn, wanting to know all the ins and outs of the offense and the details. So he's been like that. He still is like that. And, I mean, you guys see it every Sunday. He puts on performances like this.
Last one, Omar, go ahead. From your lens, from your job's perspective, what's it like knowing you have that kind of a reliable target that could be anywhere on the field?
I mean, it's nice. Obviously, like, he's Mr. Reliable. Like, he's always there. But more than anything, I just try to go through my reads and progressions, and then when 23 is there, I'm like, all right, cool. I know that if I get the ball in his hands, he can make a guy miss and turn a 4-yard gain into a 7, 8, 9, 10-yard gain, and he's done that over and over again. So, explosive player. I'm grateful to be playing for him or with him, and obviously we need to keep finding ways to get him the ball.
Brock, after I think it was your second pick, you went over to some position groups and had a few words. What was kind of your message?
Just owning up, that's on me. Everyone's doing their job and fighting, and we got grown men, man, playing for their careers, and every game, every play matters. So when I'm out there and I'm not driving the ball and completing the ball, when Ricky's working hard on his route, the offensive line's working their tail off the block for me, I feel that. I want to play really good for them. So I just went over there and owned up to it and said, that's on me, guys. Keep doing your thing, and I'll be better for you guys. So.
All right. Thanks, Harris.
Thanks, guys.
Howdy. How about Brock Purdy's Toyota-thon jacket? Some people are just bought. It is what it is. I wear my Little Caesars thing once a year. Not yet, though, I don't think. This is Levi's, though. They made me wear this, so. Actually, I wanted to wear it. My wife liked it, is what it is. I got to throw a wrestling shirt underneath. Oh, this is Edge. Everybody's got a little edge in them. Her. What do you guys got for me? Anything fun?
Did you have to say anything to Brock when he's on that interception spree and settle him down?
He threw an interception tonight? I never said anything after the first one. Second one, I just said, dude, just take a deep breath, man. You've been here. You're good. Just breathe, let it out, move on to the next play. That's it. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing.
No words for him after the third interception, too?
No, I think Kyle had some. He's fine. I'm not too worried about Brock. I will say one of those interceptions he threw, I think it was the third one. They did like alert coverage with the backside corner, which was pretty impressive. That was a cool coverage. So I mean, I don't expect Brock to see that at all. I mean, your read's coming this way and the guy's coming from the left side of the field sprinting across. I think that's just a good play by him and a good call by that defense coordinator.
Speaking of good plays.
Yes.
Ji'Ayir Brown with you tonight. I asked Kyle Shanahan about him. He said that was his best game as a Niner. What did you see out of Ji'Ayir Brown?
Well, the first interception, we're all sitting there just throwing like the tight end's wide open. Please, somebody cover him. And then he kind of just popped out of nowhere, made a huge play after an interception. So anytime you turn the ball over and your defense can hold him to 0 points is a huge thing. So shout out to him on that. And then his second interception, that was on our side of the 52, so huge play. Just, right place, right time. And the thing I love about Tig, he works really hard every single day, and I respect the hell out of him for that. We all have, he's had down days. He's had days where, fans aren't really happy with him. And then he just shows up every single day and just works really, really hard. And, if he doesn't have those 2 interceptions and that's a touchdown or it's a completion somewhere else, it's a completely different game.
Play, I think it was to start the third, where you picked up a blitz and then you caught a short pass right after. What was going through your head when you sort of went through all of those?
That was actually, it was a play at a bootleg. It was just a bootleg, and basically it's actually funny, right before the play they said, hey, if there's pressure, change your route, like don't slam and go to the flat, just do something differently. And they called it. They pressured right into it. So it was a good call by, our coaching staff to just give me a heads up on it. And just, it's fun to have green grass in front of you. It's really fun just to be able to rumble and bumble and stumble. So I thoroughly enjoyed that.
What did you see on Christian's touchdown? Was that block just like you guys drew it up?
The one down the left side of the field?
Yeah.
I'm on the backside just sprinting for my life trying to cut somebody off, and I was able to cut him off just enough. And thank goodness Christian McCaffrey's just really good at football and just makes guys miss, and he just trotted into the end zone. That makes me really happy. So anytime he's just feeling himself and running at a really high level, the Niners are a very good football team.
Thanks, George.
Thank you, guys.
Attention to during the season, but if I'm not wrong, I think you lead the league in touches, and you're like tied for third when it comes to touchdowns as receiving, and then you lead the league rushing. What's it like for you to kind of come into a game and then another big game like tonight?
I really don't see it that way. I think there's probably a lot left out there that we want, but anytime you get a win in this league, it's awesome. I think and to your question, anytime I'm able to step on the field and play, I feel extremely blessed. I'm my biggest critic, always want more, but love the fact that our guys went out there today and found a way to win.
You said that any extra emotion you'd have from playing the Panthers would come kind of organically as the game approached. Did you have any? What did you feel as it came?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to playing in the league, you have to approach each week as similar as possible, stay in your routine. You can't get too far outside of what's normal for you. And so I tried to do that. And obviously, when you see familiar faces, it's always good to see them before the game and after the game. But that's a completely new team than when I was there. So it's really just business once the ball snapped.
Leading the league in touches the way that you are. First of all, how are you feeling physically, and how are you able to, within your training regimen, be able to handle the workload that you do?
Yeah, I mean, I feel great. Physically I feel good. Again, I think I work hard. We got a great staff out here, but I say this all the time, and God is good, and I feel really blessed to be able to be playing football right now and to have as much load as I've had and continue to play. I give all the glory to God.
What did you think of the way Brock bounced back? He threw the 3 picks, but he just seems like he just has that mentality to just keep winging it.
Yeah, I love that about him. I love that when maybe he's might be struggling early, he still rips it. And that's what we want him to do. We want him to keep playing confident. And so, when he's playing like that and doesn't miss a beat, we know that he can do special things.
When he throws 3 picks in kind of very rapid succession, do you feel the need to say anything to him?
No, absolutely not. No, I mean, he's as poised as they, nobody needs to, he's a professional and a really good football player. Nobody needs to tell him anything. I think it's like if I make a mistake, I know I make a mistake. Or if I have a drop, I know, somebody says catch the ball, it's like, it makes you want to knock them out. It's like, those aren't, there's not really nothing to say. You just keep on playing. It's a long game and anything can happen. So you don't say anything to him.
Christian, when you first got here, you worked extra with Brock to get caught up on the playbook. Did you notice that about him then, that there was kind of this even-keeled confidence even before he was starting?
Yeah, definitely. He's a humble warrior. He's quiet, obviously, but he plays with so much energy, and he's got a massive chip on his shoulder, which is something that we love and that you want in your quarterback. He's aggressive. He doesn't hesitate, and he's a great guy to have in the huddle.
Good.
Appreciate you guys.
What's up?
You picked up a bunch of passes at Penn State. It's something you're used to doing, but it's been slow to happen here. How did tonight feel for you?
God is great, man. God is great. I always pride myself in being a ball hawk, and like you said, man, it's just been slow, and just keep getting at it, man. Keep going, you know what I mean? Keep taking game by game, waiting on your opportunity, and tonight I was able to capitalize.
What did you see on both of them?
I'm sorry.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you like to say chopping wood and carrying water. That's like one of the sayings that you kind of go by. And being that you came into this game or this season, you were a starter, then not a starter, and then you get a rewarding win like this. And then Shanahan just a second ago saying it was your best game as a Niner. How does that make you feel? And does it feel full circle?
It'll feel full circle soon enough, you know, but not right now. Yeah, but chop wood, carry water, man. Just, you know, not downing yourself, not, you know, just going out there every week, man, and trying to be your best, you know. Dropping expectation for appreciation, and appreciating the game, appreciating the guys I work with, and going out there to execute my job.
Can you walk us through the 2 interceptions, what you saw and how they kind of developed?
First one was, you know, sudden change. It don't really matter to us. Go out there, play defense. And seeing Bryce, you know, looking down the middle of the field. Looked like he was finna scramble at first, but kind of stopped and felt like he seen something. Kind of read his eyes and just went to go jump it. Then the second one, same thing, you know, just reading his eyes, man, and it was tight coverage by Renardo Green. Jumped in front of that, made the play for the team.
Here, I'm curious, Robert Saleh was really fired up on the sidelines during the game. You've gone through a couple different coordinators, but what kind of confidence has he kind of put in and instilled in you?
I said this earlier, man, it's his passion for the game, bro. You know, to see him hanging out late nights, early mornings, watching endless tape, you know, trying to put us, holding on, being accountable to himself to put us in the best situation possible. And, man, you just want to go out there and execute when you see a guy that passionate about defense, man. And tonight I was able to execute for that.
Did Purdy or any offensive guys have anything to say to you for kind of bailing him out after the interception run?
It's not, man, it's the game of football, man. It's like, it ain't no bailouts, man. We see turnovers happen. We see interceptions happen. It's all a part of the game. You know, if it was a perfect game, I don't think people would watch it as much, you know. But, you know, just having the offense back, man, like they had ours previous weeks, you know, and playing complimentary football.
Ji'Ayir, how did you steady yourself entering the season as a backup, having to adapt to a new role, a big nickel, before ultimately going back to safety? How did you kind of ground yourself throughout that process?
Goes back to trusting God, you know. Big believer in God, man. Big believer in my abilities on the football field, and not letting nobody or nothing shade me from that, you know. God has timing for all of us, and tonight was my time.
A couple more here just to get a win. So you guys have a streak going, because Trent was saying how you guys have been kind of hot and cold. It's just been kind of get some consistency.
It feels good to get some consistency, honestly. You know, two win streak, trying to make it 3 coming this week, trying to make it 4 coming the next week. It's hard to get a win in this league, man, and you just want to keep pounding at it, keep trying to, you know, grab a win every week, no matter how the game look, no matter how it go, as long as we win at the end of the day.
How has this defensive group shaped a new identity, maybe without Fred in there?
I love this group, man. A bunch of young guys, hungry, passionate, you know, want to be great, you know, want to be put in a situation to be great. Malik, Stout, RG, Demo, Curtis, D, Sam O, all the guys, Huff, man, every last one of them, AC, every last one of those guys want to be great, man. And they just want to contribute, you know, to a win as much as they can. And when you have a young group like that that's hungry and passionate, you can be unstoppable defense.
It was a hell of a defensive effort, all 3 levels. What was Saleh's message to you guys this week? Because, man, you guys really seemed like you came out focused.
We had a couple of the guys speak this week. You know, a couple of the guys spoke last night, and Sam O spoke, man, about opportunity, and a lot of guys felt that story coming from Sam O. And man, tonight was a night, you know, to had an opportunity to show the world what the 49er defense is. You know, being down some of our best players, and the guys did a great job with doing that tonight.
All right, Thanksgiving approaching this week. What are your thoughts? And what's on the dinner table for Thanksgiving?
My mama landed in town this morning. There's gonna be some great meals cooked. I'm a big dessert guy. I'm gonna try to eat a little amount of banana puddings. You know, I ain't gonna go too crazy because we got a big game coming up this week. But happy Thanksgiving to all you guys. Appreciate you guys, and thank you. Yep.